All right, so supplementary angles add up to what?
180.
Add up to 180 degrees. Complementary angles add up to what? 90. So remember the little trick I showed you? On complementary, you have this little line. And on complementary, you make a 90. Okay, on supplementary, you add this little line and you make an 8. And then you just add a 1 and do that. And boom, you got a 180. All right, vertical angles. What's true of vertical angles? They're always congruent, which means like they're equal. They're the same size. Okay, so on number 4 here, what's up with these two angles? Okay, what's the word we say for that? They're what? They are complementary. Complementary. Right now, how do I know that these are complementary? Because this little box right here, this little box tells me, boom, that's 90 degrees. So to find the value of x, how am I going to set up the equation here?
2x plus 5 equals 90.
Okay, good. 2x plus 5 plus 7x plus 4 equals 90. Okay, common mistake is people want to just set those equal. Do 2x plus 5 equals 7x plus 4. But in this case, I don't know that. And, I mean, just looking at it, they don't look like they're equal. So, yeah, I don't know anything about that, but I do know that together they equal 90. All right, from here, what are we going to do? Combine like terms. So 2x and 7x make 9x. 5 and 4 make 9. All right, so what do? Subtract 9 from both sides. These 9 zero out. 9x equals 81.
Yes, divided by 9. That is 9.
Divide by 9. So x equals 9. Okay, and it doesn't say to do it, but if I were to want to find those angles, how would I find out how big this angle is now?
Put them together.
Plug in 9, right? So what would that be if I did that? What's 7 times 9?
63.
Good, and 63 plus 4 would be 67. And then up here on this one up here, if I took this 9, plugged in here, what's 2 times 9?
18.
18 plus 5
25. 24, something like that.
would be 23. And then think about this from here. Does 23 and 67 add up to 90?
Yes.
Yep, they do. So that's good. All right. So on number 5, what type of angles are these? These are vertical angles. What do I know about vertical angles? They're always congruent. So on these, it's not like they add up to equal something. It's just that they're equal to each other. Yep, good. It's like that. And then we're going to solve for x from there. So what's my first step?
Minus 8x.
Minus 8x. Okay, this zeroes out. This gives me 4x plus 14 equals 54. Subtract 14. Okay, this zeroes out. We got 4x equals 40. Divide both sides by 4.
4. Where'd you get 40 from? Are you supposed to subtract 54
From this right here, 54 minus 14.
Yeah.
Oh, I did that. I was looking at the wrong paper.
Okay. So x equals 10 there. All right, same thing. We'll take that 10, plug it back in, find out how big those angles are. Okay, so before we take the quiz, I just want to talk about a couple things real quick. All right, so you don't have to draw this, just look up here. These type of angles right here, what are these? Vertical angles, what do I know about those? They're always congruent. Okay, let's say I drew a perfectly straight line right there. So this angle right here and this angle right here, what are those?
Adjacent or linear.
Yeah, they're adjacent and they're a linear pair. And so since they're a linear pair, what do I know about them?
Supplementary.
They're supplementary. They add up to what?
90 or 180.
They add up to equal 180, right? These add up to equal 180. Remember, supplementary, 180. Okay? So, just kind of leading up to the test that will be taken on next Tuesday. Just practicing a little bit more of the same. Just going to throw in a little bit different stuff here. Not much. It's mainly the same thing. Okay.
I know it was you.
Okay. Don't like that. All right, let me try this again real quick. Okay, so what this is if you take a protractor and lay it on here like this, basically, it may not match up exactly to these numbers, but it's like this, okay? So you're starting at 0, and then you're counting your way around over to here, all right? So that's what these numbers out here are talking about, is like basically starting at 0 and counting your way around to the other side. All right, so as we look at this right here would be 0 degrees. And so you're counting your way up all the way to here. What should this number be right here?
180.
Should be 180 degrees. Okay, now the question on the first one is, what is the measurement of angle DBE? So you can see DBE is right here. It's this angle. So the way I'm going to think about that is like this. Okay, as I start here and count my way this way, where does this angle start at? 107. Where does it end at? 149. So it starts at 107 and ends at 149. How am I going to find out how many degrees this is between here?
Subtract.
Yeah, I'll just subtract them, right? So I'm going to take 149 minus 107,
42.
and that tells me that that angle right there is 42 degrees. Okay. All right, number 2 says DBF. So DBF is this angle right here. Okay, now where does that angle start at?
38.
Starts at 38 and goes all the way around to what? 149. So it starts at 38, 149. I want to know how many degrees it is between there.
111.
Subtract them. 149 minus 38. That tells me that angle right there is 111 degrees. Okay. And then on number 3, what's the measurement of angle EBA? So that's right here. Okay, where does that angle start at?
107.
Starts at 107. Where does it end?
180.
At 180. So how far is it from 107 to 180?
73.
Good. So just 180 minus 107, and that is 73 degrees. All right. So on number 4, now we've got 2 angles here, and what this right here means is that this whole angle from there to there is 45 degrees, okay? So this angle right here and this angle right here, what type of angle are these?
Wait. Are they just adjacent?
Okay, they
Right.
are, yes, you're right, they are adjacent. Okay? Is there anything else I can say about them? Are they complementary? Do they add up to equal 90?
No.
No, they add up to equal 45. The total of those 2 angles is 45. So are they complementary?
No.
No. They're definitely not supplementary. They don't add up to 180. Okay? So really the only thing I know about those 2 angles is that they're adjacent and that together they equal 45 degrees. Okay? So how do you think we would set up an equation here? And this should say Z, but how could I set up an equation here to find the value of Z?
8z plus 2 plus 4z plus 7 equals 45.
Okay, good. So what we did there? We just said that this angle plus this angle together Adding those up, it equals the total of this right here. And then we're just solving for z from here. So we have 8z and 4z, 12z, 2 and 7, makes 9, still equal to 45. Subtract 9, 36. What is it equal?
3.
3. Good.
And then the angles. Oh, so we plug them
Okay, good. So that's 3. And now how are we going to find the measurement of each one of those angles now?
Plug it in.
Take it and plug it in. So I'm going to take that 3. I'm going to plug it into z right there. So 8 times 3 is what? 24. And 24 plus 2?
26.
So this angle right here is 26 degrees. And then I'm going to take 3 and plug it in right there. What's 4 times 3?
12.
And 12 plus 7?
19.
19. Good. You have 19 written down. Yep.
19.
Okay, and then think about this. If you were to take 26 and 19 and add those up, what do you get? If you add 26 and 19, what do you get?
90. 45.
You get 45, which is think right there. It should be that number right there. Okay, second one, or number 5. What is this? What are these?
Vertical equals.
Okay, they're vertical. What do I know about vertical angles?
They equal are always congruent.
They're always congruent. So you just did a problem just like this on your quiz, but it should look like this. 15x minus 3 equals 11x plus 17. All right, so we subtract 11x from both sides. 4x minus 3 equals 17.
It's going to be 5.
So x should equal 5 there. All right, now to find the angles, you take this 5 and plug it in. So 11 times 5 is 55, and 55 plus 17 would be 65, 72. Is that right? And then if I take 5 and plug it up here, 5 times 15 is 75, and 75 minus 3, 72. These better be equal. That's how we set it up right up here. And that's the truth. Okay, then on the last one, it says that these two angles are what? And what does that mean? Okay, that means they add up to 180 degrees. Okay, and so there's probably not a lot of room to work. I'm going to have to write real small, but it's going to be 24x plus 6 plus 22x minus 10 equals 180. Okay, so when we combine like terms, we get 46x minus 4 equals 180. Yeah, negative or a positive 6 and a negative 10 make a minus 4. And 184 divided by 46 is what?
4.
So x equals 4. If x equals 4, I'm going to plug that in. 24 times 4 plus 6. And then LMN 22 times 4 minus 10 78. And then does 102 and 78 add up to 180? Yes, they do. That looks good.